kind of want to like scoot you back so you can see my bow, but it's not really in the frame. Oh well. Hello my lovely little coffee beans, my name is Sarah. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the anti-TBR tag. You've probably seen this going around YouTube, and I decided to jump on the trend and do it. I was not tagged to do it, but I wanted to, so here we are. This tag was created by Nicole and her books. I love this tag, love the idea of it, and I might be looking down a lot because I do have the questions on my laptop. If you see me looking down at any time, this is why. Anyways, let's just go ahead and jump into the tag. Okay, so question number 1 is a popular book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. And for this, I'm gonna have to say The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin, or just any of the books in that trilogy. I think it's called the Broken Earth trilogy. Yeah, I think it's called the Broken Earth trilogy. I have never read a fantasy book to begin with as of filming this video, but I will be very soon. But just the fact that seasoned, the 5th season, anyway, seasoned fantasy readers have read this book and they've been confused, I think I will be way too dumb to grasp anything that's going on, or anything that's Greek mythology, like retelling. So Song of Achilles or Circe, I know they're well loved and they're probably objectively really good, but just for me, I don't really love Greek mythology, and I just don't think I would be able to love them. So instead of reading them and then giving them a 1 or 2 star, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip them altogether. Question number 2, a classic book or author you don't have an interest in reading. I guess I'll go ahead and say a book instead of an author. Or a few books, I guess. Let me just pick one. I feel like this is on a lot of people's lists in their head of what they wouldn't want to read, but maybe it wouldn't come to them first, and maybe I'm just weird. But Moby Dick is a classic book that I have zero interest in reading. It's so big, and why do I want to read hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages about a whale? That doesn't sound like a fun time to me. But yeah, that would probably be my answer. Or Les Mis. That's a really big book. A really big book. And like, that doesn't seem like the move ever in life. So maybe not. I also watched the movie and I wouldn't say I hated it. It was just so long and I could not imagine reading that book after watching the movie. Question number 3, an author whose books you have no interest in reading. Everyone's gonna hate me when I say this, I swear. I'm sorry to all the Brando Sando stans, but I have no interest in reading any of Brandon Sanderson's books. They just don't appeal to me. I just can't. I see all of them on Bookstagram all the time. People are hyped for the Mistborn trilogy and the new book that just came out, Rhythm of War, and I just see those and look the other way. Like, it's just not a thing for me. I just have no interest in reading any of Brandon Sanderson's books. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. My cat is like scratching to get in. Okay. And then question number 3, part 2. Point 2. A problematic author whose books you have no interest in reading. And I'm gonna go with the obvious answer for this one, which is J.K. Rowling, whatever the f you call her. Sorry, I had to pause. My cat was trying to jump up on my bed. Anyways, yeah, I don't feel like I have to say any much more. I feel like I don't really have to say anything about that. I didn't grow up reading the Harry Potter series, so I have no nostalgia attached to it, and therefore I have no interest in reading them now. I did start the series, I think it was a year or 2 ago, when Cindy, Chanel, and Elias were reading the books. So I read the first 2 books for that, but then I didn't get to tune into either of the live shows because I was working. But anyway, I read those for that and I didn't like either of them. So I don't know. I'm not gonna continue on with the series even though I read the first two, and she's just problematic AF, so why would I want to? And then question number 4 is an author you have read a couple of books from and have decided their books are just not for you, and that author for me would be 𝓞𝓮𝓷. I have DNF'd 2 of the books I've tried to read by him, and those books are The Graveyard Book, which I got about 60% into and I was just not vibing with it, and I have tried the audiobook. I did start physically reading it because I really love the cover. I feel like I'm talking really fast. It's one of the first books I ever got in my collection. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, I had it for the longest time and then I never picked it up, and then one time I decided to pick it up, didn't really vibe with it, and then I tried the audiobook because apparently there's a full cast. What am my hand's like moving, I need to get it out. And then I heard that the audiobook had a full cast, so I tried it that way and I still didn't like it. It was just not my thing. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say about it. And then I tried to read The Ocean at the End of the Lane, which I love the cover as well. And I think I DNF'd that one about 40% in. I just didn't like it. His writing was kind of boring and I didn't really feel attached to any of the characters or the story, and yeah. I guess you could say Neil Gaiman's books are the only books I've ever hard DNF'd. Or the first books I ever hard DNF'd, because I don't think of myself as a DNF'er. I am a finisher for sure. Question number 5 is a genre you have no interest in or a genre you tried to get into and couldn't. And I'm going to answer with middle grade. I'm not even old. I don't know what my problem is, but I just feel way too old for middle grade. Not saying that if you are older you can't enjoy middle grade, just for me personally, I just can't relate to any of the characters anymore, and I just don't like it. I don't need to apologize for that. Question number 6 is a book you have bought but will never read, and I actually have it right behind me because this shelf is pretty much empty except for these books right here, and those are all the books that I want to unhaul. Here's the book. Let me hide those. You can see it though, whatever. Anyway, so this would be my answer for question number 6. I read The Tourist Attraction. I bought both of these at the same time, and maybe that was a stupid decision because I got an arc of the third one and I hadn't read either of these ones. And then I gave the first one a 1 star and I got like a page into this one and didn't want to continue. I will never read this. I didn't even really try. I just opened it to the first page to say that I tried it, and I will happily unhaul it. And then question number 7 is a series you have no interest in reading or a series you have started and have DNF'd. And for this one, I'm gonna say the Percy Jackson series. I have no interest in reading it. As I've said before, I'm not really into Greek mythology, and so therefore I don't think I would really vibe with this series. And also, it's middle grade, so you see like a theme going here, how all of these kind of run together, and yeah, I have no interest in reading the Percy Jackson series. I know it's beloved by the book community, I know it's beloved by even people outside of the book community, but I just have no interest in it, and I'm sorry. I'll just go hide now. And question number 8 is a new release you have no interest in reading, and I'm gonna say, I would say there's a lot of new releases I don't have any interest in reading because most of them are fantasy or second, third, fourth, fifth books in a fantasy series that I've never read. So my answer is going to be The 4 Winds by 𝓞𝓮𝓷. Kirsten, if you're watching this, I am so sorry, but I have no interest in reading any 𝓞𝓮𝓷 books regardless, but on my list of 𝓞𝓮𝓷 books I do not want to read, I would say The 4 Winds is at the very top of that list. It just doesn't interest me at all. I hate historical fiction most of the time. I did love a few, so I can't say that I hate historical fiction. Sorry, the lighting is a little weird. The Four Winds just doesn't really seem interesting to me, and it doesn't intrigue me, and it's about the Dust Bowl, and like, why would I want that? I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. Alright, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will link the original tag video down below if I haven't already said that. I think maybe I already did. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye!